Canada has lost its collective mind. Go ahead and check out this video with featuring Kristen Wong Tam. She is a politician who's non-binary and mentally ill and uses they/them pronouns. Go ahead and watch this video. The piece of legislation she's introducing, trying to force through in Canada.
Firstly, it enables the Attorney General to create a 2S LGBTQI+ community safety zone to prohibit within 100 meters of the property any homophobic, transphobic act of intimidation, threat, offensive threats, offensive remarks, protest, disturbance, and distribution of hate propaganda within the meaning of the criminal code. It also comes with it a penalty of $25,000 if prosecuted successfully.
So here's the problem with this and why it's so important that they can't ban quote-unquote hate speech, because hate speech isn't something you can define. When you look at something like murder, when you look at something like rape, like kidnapping, like burglary, grand theft auto, home invasions, things like that, that's a crime that you can look at it and say, okay, that was a crime. Now, there may be degrees of how serious it was and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if someone goes out and just pops someone in the brain walking down the street, that's a murder. So if someone forces themselves on a woman in a bathroom, that's a rape, unless he was identifying as a woman at the time, then that woman's a bigot if she reports him, of course. But hate speech is something that can't be defined, and hate speech is something that depends on who is in charge. So as these people at least should know, power changes hands, and when power changes hands, people tend to overcorrect because we as humans have a tendency to fight fire with fire. Someday, the stuff when you set a precedent, you have to ask yourself, when and how is that precedent going to be used against me someday? When you set the precedent that quote-unquote hate speech is illegal in certain areas or under whatever circumstances, someday that power is going to change hands. And someday your political rivals that you spend the last 4 years comparing to Nazis are going to take the power back. And when they take the power back, they're going to use the precedent that you set against them against you. And they're going to have you arrested for quote-unquote hate speech. But this time, hate speech will be criticizing the president. Congratulations. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.